Hello and welcome to a short video on Google Classroom Basics. I'm glad to have you here and let's get started. The first thing to do would be to open up your Chrome browser and make sure that you're logged into your Manor ISD Google account. If you aren't, then you're going to be prompted to once we get to the first page here. So I'm going to click in my address bar and type in classroom.google.com and quickly get to the classroom. So the first step here, or this screen right here, is going to be our classroom homepage. So this will actually house all the classrooms that you have either created or you're a teacher of, and also those that you might be a student of, your PLCs and whatnot on your campuses. So just to get the basic navigation of this home screen, starting over here on the far right is the Synergize G Suite training. If you click on that, you'll see a bunch of search topics or help topics that you can go through, and you can actually also search right here. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. This is a really useful resource, so I would definitely recommend going through here if you have any questions and watching the videos and typing in the search topics. Further over here to the left, we can get to the waffle here and press on that, and that can allow me to navigate into any of the Google apps that we have. I'm going to skip over the plus button for a second and go over here to the far left and the horizontal lines. If you press on that, this will actually allow you to navigate down to your settings. And right here, if I press on settings, this is where by default your notifications email should be turned on, and I actually toggle mine off because you can end up receiving a lot of email notifications from your Google classes. So you can actually go through here and toggle different ones off specifically and leave some of them on as you see fit. So I'm going to turn mine back off. Notice I don't have to save anything here either. So to get back to my main screen, I'm going to go over here to the horizontal lines and press on that and scroll back up to the very top and press on classes. So to create a class or to join a class, you're going to press the plus button. If you don't have the choice to create a class, please email me and I will give you that ability. So press create class, and now we're going to need to name it. I'm going to name this Google Basics, and section, this is where you would do the period if you teach multiple classes, or if you're doing an intervention class or you want to separate them. You'll actually have to do what we're about to do for all of your classes. So if you have 7 classes, you'll need to create 7 Google Classrooms if you want them all to have a Google Classroom. If you tried to create one for all 7 periods, probably going to be too many students in there to make it a little bit unwieldy for grading and other purposes. So I recommend doing one for each period. And then the subject, we're going to go ahead and call this PD. So here we go. I'm going to press create. And here we are in our Google Basics first period. So the first thing to notice here is this picture, is music, and I love music, but I'm going to show you how to change the theme. You can upload a photo, but I recommend just go ahead and using the by defaults that Google has in here. They have some pretty cool ones, and if you want to learn how to upload a photo, that will be done in a later training. So select theme. I can go through the gallery, I can look at the patterns. I'm going to choose a pattern this time. And there we go. I'm going to choose this one right here and then select class theme. And there it is. You'll notice it also changed the color scheme of the whole classroom. If I want to change that, all I got to do is go back and select theme and change it. So that's kind of a neat feature to be able to do. So the stream, that's where we're at right now. This is going to be where most of the work is done. But before you're going to put any work in here, we need to be able to add students. So to add students, click over there. This is where you got 2 choices. You can have your students log into Google and go to their classroom.google.com and press join class, and then you would give them this code right here, and each class will have its own unique code. This is also where your students can post and comment. If you press that down arrow, you can actually change that to only teachers can post or comment, and I'm going to leave it students can only comment. Include this class in Guardian email summaries. Go ahead and press that button right there, or leave that toggled on or off as you see fit. You will have to add all the classes you teach Guardian email summaries. Let's see. I'm going to press add class, and there we go. All right, so another way to invite students is through their email, and it would need to be their Gmail for school. So you would need to press invite students and then type in all the emails for your students. So I definitely recommend having them log in and use a class code. That's going to be the easier way to do it for most people. Now on the far right here, the About, let's go ahead and press on that. About is where you're going to see your class drive folder, and that's one of the really nice things about Google is that it organizes all your class folders in the Google Drive for you, and just makes life really easy as far as that. Here's your classroom calendar, and of course the overall Google Calendar for you. Now down here on the bottom, I can invite other teachers to this class. So I would just press that, type in their email, and then press invite. Now, we've talked about adding teachers, we've talked about adding students. Now let's go back to the stream. So the stream is where your students are going to be most of the time, and this is where you can post questions to them, you can post announcements to them, you can give them resources, and it's all going to go here in the stream. And of course, you can assign things to them. So let's learn how to do that. Over here on the bottom right, if you click the plus button, you notice we can do a number of things here. And we're just going to go up this list of 4 different choices. So the first thing we're going to choose is create an announcement. And you'll notice over here, it gives me for Google Basics and all students. I could change that if I wanted. And I can actually toggle on and add other classes. So if you teach 7 classes and you want this announcement to go to all 7 at this time, or you can schedule this actually too, then you would start toggling in right here, and that would go to the students in your other classes and appear in their stream. So that's a really cool feature. Now, what I want to share with my class, this is what you're going to post in here. So I'm going to say, open up your notebooks and do the following problems. Now, the topic, this is really important. The nice thing about this is the stream can get really busy if you're posting a lot of things in there. So if you do a topic, create a topic, you won't have to create a topic each time. Once you've created a topic, you can just put things into that topic, and you'll notice that list gets bigger as I create a couple topics here. So I'm going to create a topic, and this will be topic of, warm-ups. And then down here, this is where I can assign or add something here from my computer, from the Google Drive. I can put in a YouTube video if I wanted, and also links. Over here, we can go ahead and automatically post it, or if I press the down arrow, you notice I could schedule this. So if I didn't want this to go out, let's say I'm doing this the night before, I didn't want this to go out ahead of time, I can actually go ahead and put in, I want this to go out tomorrow at 8 a.m. And then bam, there it is. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and post it. And there it is, right there at the top of my stream. Going back to the plus button, I can now choose to create an assignment. So this will be my first assignment. And then I can put in some instructions here if I want. Now for an assignment, you can actually do a due date. So I'm going to go ahead and choose due date of Monday the 13th. You could actually choose a time also, but I'm not. I'll press off side of that so that goes away. Now here we go with the topic again, and you'll notice that we have already created the warm-up topics, but now I'm going to go ahead and create another topic and that will, let's say, daily work. And then from there, I can either add again something from my computer, something from the Google Drive, from YouTube, or a link, say to a Kahoot or a Quizzes or to a web page or a Nearpod or whatever you wanted them to go to. In this case, I'm going to choose something from the Google Drive and show you a really neat feature about this. So here I go to my Google Drive, and it's by default in my most recent, but I can also go and look through my drive and the team drives. I'm going to go ahead and choose MacBook Advanced Tips, and then I press Add. Now you'll notice by default it says students can view the file. If you press on this down arrow, you can actually change that to edit, or more importantly, make a copy for each student. That's really neat. So I go back and look through here, everything's fine. I'm going to go ahead and press Assign, and now it's going to appear in my stream, and it appears at the very top here. Now let's say I wanted to move up my warm-ups back up to the top. I could just press on these 3 vertical dots and move to the top so that my warm-up is up at the top. You'll also notice over here on the left, we're starting to build up some topics over here. So if I press on warm-ups, it's going to take me into a stream that only has the warm-ups in it that I've assigned to that topic. So that's a really cool feature of Google Classroom. Pressing the back arrow on the top left over here takes me back to my stream. Over here, I'm going to go back to the plus button and create a question. That's the third choice up here. This is a lot like Socrative. I can create a question on the fly, or I can create it ahead of time and then schedule it to go and have it at a certain time, or just have it ready to go and just pop it out there whenever I want. So this is where I would ask the question, and then any instructions you wanted to do, due date, and topic. Again, I can create a topic. In this case, I'm not. You can choose actually short answer or multiple choice. And again, the same choices of adding something from your computer, Google Drive, YouTube, or putting a link in there. Students can reply to each other. You can choose whether to leave that on or off, and students can edit answer. So I'm going to go ahead and ask that question, and then it goes to the top of my stream again. So one other thing to take note of here is, let's say you want to make a change to something. You come in second period and you saw something at first that you needed to change in one of the assignments. So I'm going to go over here to the 3 vertical dots, press on them, and I can actually edit this if I wanted to. So I'm going to not edit, but that's just nice to know that we can edit, delete, or actually copy the link too. So going back to the plus button, one of the real powerful tools of this is the very top, reuse a post. So I'm going to press on reuse the post. Now I would need to go back and find another classroom that I've used before, and now I can look at the assignments there, find the assignment that I want to reuse, and then I can press reuse. And it's going to take me in here, and I'm going to be able to edit this announcement. Looks like this was a Nearpod quiz, kind of cool. Then look over here, we have a topic created, and then I can post it. And actually now you can actually take Google Classrooms from the previous year and be able to move them over into the present year, so you don't have to redo everything, which is a really nice feature. So I hope that you got something out of this Google Basics video, and we will be creating more of these, and you have yourselves a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.